Did you know there are over 2.4 billion Christians around the world? That's about 31% of the global population. The United States has one of the largest Christian communities, with around 210 million Christians, about 63% of the country's total population. But here's something even more surprising. Almost 10% of all Christians in the world live in the U.S. Today, we'll explore the top 10 U.S. states with the largest Christian populations. You'll see how many Christians live in each state, what percentage of the population they make up. Stay with us until the end to discover which states lead in numbers and influence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let's dive in. Number 10, Michigan has 7.42 million Christians, making up 74% of its 10 million residents. Christianity has a strong presence here, shaping both urban centers and rural communities. Detroit, Michigan's largest city, is home to the historic Mariners Church, also known as the Church of the Great Lakes, which has offered spiritual support to sailors for over 175 years. Did you know that Michigan is a leader in Christian community services? Faith-based organizations here serve over 250,000 people annually, providing food, shelter, and education. Christian schools like Cornerstone University prepare thousands of students for leadership in ministry and beyond. In Michigan, faith isn't limited to the pews. Churches organize outdoor worship sessions by the Great Lakes, youth retreats in state parks, and community events that unite people in faith. Whether through service, education, or worship, Christianity remains a guiding force in the lives of Michigan's residents. Number 9, Georgia is home to 8 million Christians, making up 74% of its 10.8 million people. As a core part of the Bible Belt, Georgia has a strong Christian presence that influences its culture, politics, and daily life. Atlanta, often called the City of Churches, has over 1,000 congregations, including iconic ones like Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once preached. Did you know Georgia is home to the Passion Movement, a global Christian movement that began in Atlanta and inspires millions of young believers each year? Christian charities in the state, such as Action Ministries, feed over 5 million meals annually to families in need. Beyond the city, small towns across Georgia thrive with vibrant Christian traditions, from gospel choirs to community picnics. Christianity here isn't just a Sunday activity, it's a daily commitment that connects people and strengthens communities. Number 8, North Carolina is home to 8.45 million Christians, or about 76% of its 11.1 million residents. This stronghold of the Bible Belt is a hub of faith and tradition. Did you know North Carolina is the birthplace of Billy Graham, one of the most influential Christian evangelists of the 20th century? His legacy continues through the Billy Graham Library in Charlotte, which draws over 200,000 visitors yearly. North Carolina's churches range from small mountain chapels to massive congregations like Elevation Church, which reaches millions globally through its online ministry. Christianity also drives the state's community outreach, with churches organizing disaster relief after hurricanes and running food banks that serve thousands every week. Music plays a big role too. Gospel festivals across the state bring people together, celebrating faith through song. Whether in urban centers or rural towns, Christianity is a powerful force that shapes North Carolina's culture and community spirit. Number 7, Ohio, 8.45 million Christians, making up an impressive 73% of its 11.6 million residents. From the bustling cities of Columbus and Cleveland to the quiet Amish farmlands, Christianity is deeply woven into the state's fabric. Did you know Ohio has one of the largest Amish populations in the U.S., with over 76,000 Amish residents? Their way of life, guided by faith, stands in stark contrast to modern society. Meanwhile, Ohio's urban centers host megachurches like Rock City Church, which welcomes over 10,000 attendees weekly. Ohio also plays a role in spreading the Christian message far beyond its borders. Organizations like Standard Publishing produce millions of Bibles and devotionals each year. Across the state, faith-based schools and charities support families, offering everything from education to disaster relief. For many Ohioans, Christianity is more than a belief. It's a cornerstone of daily life. Number 6, Illinois. Illinois is home to 8.91 million Christians, which is about 71% of the state's population of 12.6 million. Christianity here has deep roots, shaping both urban and rural communities. Chicago alone has more than 4,500 churches, including the historic Holy Name Cathedral, which has stood for over 140 years. Did you know Illinois is one of the top states for Christian charity work? Organizations like Catholic Charities of Chicago serve over 1 million people annually with food, housing, and education. In the countryside, Amish communities live their faith daily, embracing simplicity and family-centered worship. Illinois also leads in Christian education. The state is home to Wheaton College, known for training future pastors and missionaries. With vibrant youth ministries, gospel choirs, and Bible study groups, Illinois offers a rich Christian life for all ages. In this Midwestern hub, faith isn't just part of history, it's alive and thriving. Number 5, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is home to 9.3 million Christians, making up about 71% of its 13.1 million residents. Known as the Keystone State, Pennsylvania has played a key role in American Christian history. The state was founded on religious freedom, and it continues to be a stronghold for Christianity today. Did you know Pennsylvania is home to the Billy Graham Training Center, which has educated thousands of Christian leaders? The state also has one of the largest Amish populations in the U.S., with over 80,000 members living a faith-driven, simple lifestyle. Christian charities like Project Share in Carlisle provide food to over 1 million families annually. From historic churches in Philadelphia to rural congregations in small towns, faith continues to unite and inspire people across Pennsylvania. Number 4, New York. New York is home to 12.2 million Christians, or about 62% of its 19.8 million residents. While known for its bustling urban lifestyle, New York has a vibrant Christian community that thrives in its diversity. The state's iconic churches, like St. Patrick's Cathedral, draw millions of visitors each year. Did you know New York hosts one of the largest Christian parades in the U.S., the annual Jesus Day Parade in Manhattan? Christian organizations like New York City Relief serve tens of thousands of people annually, providing food, clothing, and spiritual guidance to the homeless. Beyond the city, small towns across the state are home to close-knit Christian communities that maintain traditions like Bible studies and Sunday potlucks. In a state famous for its energy and diversity, faith remains a cornerstone for millions of New Yorkers. Number 3, Florida. Florida has a Christian population of 15.8 million, making up about 74% of its 21.3 million residents. With its warm climate and welcoming culture, Florida is a spiritual hub for retirees, families, and young people alike. Did you know Florida is home to St. Augustine, the oldest Christian city in the U.S., established in 1565? The state also hosts large Christian gatherings, like the annual Jesus Culture Conference, drawing thousands of believers from around the world. Florida's Christian community is deeply involved in social work, providing aid during natural disasters like hurricanes. Faith-based charities like Feeding South Florida distribute over 117 million meals annually. From Miami's vibrant multicultural churches to quiet chapels in small beach towns, Christianity lights the way for millions in the Sunshine State. Number 2, Texas. Texas ranks second with 22.4 million Christians, representing about 75% of its 29.8 million residents. Known as a deeply religious state, Texas has some of the largest churches in the world, including Lakewood Church in Houston, which has a weekly attendance of over 45,000 people. Did you know Texas is called the Buckle of the Bible Belt? Christianity influences much of the state's culture, from family values to community events. Texas also leads in Christian education, with universities like Baylor University producing future leaders in ministry and service. The state's Christian charities are among the most active supporting disaster relief during hurricanes and feeding millions of families each year. Whether through worship, outreach, or education, Texas proves that faith is as vast and enduring as its famous skies. Number 1, California. California has the largest Christian population in the U.S., with 24.5 million Christians making up about 62% of its 39.5 million residents. The state is incredibly diverse, and so is its Christian community, with a mix of Catholics, Protestants, and other denominations worshiping in over 30,000 churches statewide. Did you know California is home to some of the most iconic Christian landmarks like the Crystal Cathedral, known for its breathtaking glass structure? The state also has massive Christian events, such as the Harvest Crusade, which has brought over 5 million attendees since it began. Christian charities like Catholic Charities of Los Angeles provide food, housing, and education to more than 250,000 people annually. Despite being known for its fast-paced lifestyle, faith is deeply rooted in California. From small rural chapels to megachurches, Christianity thrives as a force for community and hope in the Golden State. And that's the top 10 U.S. states with the highest Christian populations. These states showcase how faith brings people together and makes a positive impact. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.